Alrighty, next game up here is the Seahawks and the 49ers, and man, oh man, Seahawks getting out to a slow start here, and that didn't leave a good taste in our mouth because we know the Seahawks have been struggling in the back half over the last couple of weeks. This time they struggled in the first half. Second half, they get it going. I mean, touchdown to kind of start the second half. They go 4 and out on their first drive, but then it's touchdown, and making it 28-13, kind of putting away the game at that point, and then, just some 3 and outs in the second half, not needing to move down the ball, and they end up walking away with the 28-21 win. So, well done by the Seahawks, just staying the course. Tough division opponent here in the 49ers, and they squeak out with a nice win here, and they both advance to 2-2. So let's start here with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. So Russell Wilson goes 16 of 23, 69% completion percentage, fantastic. Only 149 yards, a little bit of dink and dunk, 2 touchdowns and no picks. Great job by them not turning over the ball. They did fumble 3 times, but recovered all of them. Russell Wilson fumbled once, Will Disley fumbled once, and Freddie Swain fumbled once as well. They got those all back, thank goodness. Or, one possession game right here, potentially lose it. You can ask the 49ers about one possession games and turning the ball over. They just did that to Aaron Rodgers and lost the game. So well done by the Seahawks of getting back on all those balls, and well done by the Seahawks of just not just focusing on the passing game. We're truly going to be celebrating all these teams that have a well-balanced run and pass game. You don't need to sling this ball around 50 times a game to put up the points. We have seen them do this throughout this season. You can have a well-balanced running attack and still put up the points. So, Russell Wilson, solid game out there, but just a little bit of dink and dunk. Let's see who was rushing the ball here. Alex Collins, 10 carries for 44 yards and a touchdown. Chris Carson, 13 carries for 30 yards, and then Russell Wilson took off 4 times for 26 yards. But, 23 rushes, 23 passes. Fantastic. And let's see who Russell Wilson was throwing to. DK Metcalf, 4 receptions, 65 yards and a touchdown. Alex Collins, 2 receptions, 34 yards. Tyler Lockett, no big game here, 4 receptions, 24 yards. And then Freddie Swain, 3 receptions, 20 yards and a touchdown. Alrighty, what else helped this Seahawks team? Well, no Jimmy Garoppolo. He ends up getting a hamstring injury and does not return after halftime. And unfortunately, this is all that Kyle Shanahan needed to see to truly go with Trey Lance for the rest of the season. I don't think we see Jimmy Garoppolo for the rest of the year, folks. Trey Lance played all right. They don't put his stats up here, so we're going to have to get into the Score Mobile to get the official stats here for Trey Lance, but let's start here with Jimmy Garoppolo. In the first half, he went 14 of 23, 60% completion percentage, nothing great, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Let's see where this pick came from. The touchdown came on the first possession of the game, so that's getting out to a good start. That was great by Jimmy G, but then the next drive resulted in an interception, and luckily for the 49ers, the Seahawks only go 3 and out. But then to answer that, they get into field goal position. Jimmy Garoppolo brings them down to the 23-yard line to attempt a 41-yard kick. Unfortunately, it does not go. And then he goes on an 8-play, 27-yard drive that unfortunately stalls. At first and 10, pass incomplete. Second and 10, 5-yard run. And then third and 5, pass incomplete. So Jimmy G not able to kind of be clutch and pick up that first down. And unfortunately, they weren't able to kind of move the ball for the rest of the first half. But then Jimmy Garoppolo gets taken out because of his hamstring or calf injury, they're calling it officially. Calf injury, excuse me. So Jimmy Garoppolo's whole little calf out there not holding up, so they switched to Trey Lance in the second half. Now let's see what Trey Lance was doing out here. All right, so here we go. Trey Lance goes 9 of 18, 50% completion percentage for 157 yards, airing it out a little bit on only 9 completions, 2 touchdowns and no picks. So this is it now. Trey Lance there's no going back to Jimmy G. We know he has injury history, and that was the reason why they got Trey Lance in the first place. And now the first sight of an injury, you just got to move off of Jimmy G. He's not going to be able to hold up. You already got Trey Lance out here that had some solid experience. He played from the second half on. So let's kind of read some of these drives here by the 49ers. So to start, he goes 4 plays, 22 yards. Now, no real passes there on that drive, kind of the running game helping them out. Second drive, they go 3 and out. Couldn't pick up the 3rd and 4 through the air, unfortunately. And then the next drive, they fumble. Oh, man. The kickoff, they fumble on the kickoff. Unfortunate. And then Trey Lance finally gets going 4 plays, and he had a big 76-yard touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel for the touchdown. And then they go back to 3 now, and then a turnover on down. So Trey Lance maybe he's not looking that good. 76 of his 157 yards came off of one big play. And then this is a solid drive right here. 13 plays, 90 yards, 4.5 minutes left when they're down 14. So they're just trying to kind of, all right, we're not going to win this game. Let's get something to kind of build upon for next week. But I would expect, Trey Lance to definitely start next week, 100%. We'll see if Jimmy Garoppolo comes back, but they'll kind of, rest him for this week. They'll see what Trey Lance does next week, and then they'll kind of make their decision next week, 2 weeks from now. That's kind of how I think they're going to play it out, but I don't think they go back to Jimmy Garoppolo. Trey Lance, we'll watch him on Wednesday to kind of see if he was actually getting it done. How was he looking? Just by those drive charts, this is not something that is ready to go right now, like most of the rookie quarterbacks playing this season. So just unfortunate by Jimmy G. The injury came. They had their exit strategy. They had their excuse if they want to use it, and I fully intend them to use it. Kyle Shanahan seemed to be kind of chomping at the bit to get Trey Lance out there, and now he's got his excuse. So we'll see if they take it. All right, the running attack here for the 49ers, 19 carries by Trey Sermon for 89 yards. And then let's see who was catching passes here by Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. So here we go. Deebo Samuel, leading receiver, 8 catches for 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. We saw, Trey Lance go to Deebo Samuel for the deep ball, and he scored on their last touchdown with him as well. Kyle Juszczyk, 4 receptions, 41 yards. George Kittle, 4 receptions on 11 targets. Woof. 4 receptions for 40 yards. And then Mohamed Sanu, 4 receptions for 35 yards. But we'll watch Trey Lance a little bit more in-depth on Wednesday's film study show to see what this man is all about and if they truly should go with Trey Lance over Jimmy G. But the Seahawks get the nice 28-21 win. All right, and then this Jimmy Garoppolo on calf injury says, quote, been in this situation too many times. It's getting real old. So just one of those things that's part of the business. So once again, he says it right there. It's getting old. Kyle Shanahan is saying the same exact thing. This is getting old, and they are going to switch off of Jimmy G. And just unfortunate injuries hurting people's careers. Carson Wentz, injuries kind of hurting his career. If I'm Frank Reich, I have to stay with Carson Wentz this season because I've got nothing in my back pocket. But come next season, we're truly moving off of Carson Wentz because of the injury history. 49ers, they already had their backup plan, so it's going to make it a little bit easier for them to move off of Jimmy G. But at this point, you just got to move off of him. He's not reliable. He's not available. And isn't this the big thing that we're all worried about this season because of the vaccine? If you don't get the vaccine, your availability comes into question. His availability is now into question. Truly unfortunate. So just got to move off of Jimmy G. And then we get this quote here by Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan on Jimmy Garoppolo's calf injury said, quote, he just couldn't push off of it. So, if you can't throw, you can't play. And Jimmy Garoppolo can't throw. He's not playing. We'll see if Trey Lance truly makes the decision difficult come this week. See how he does. But I would definitely say Jimmy Garoppolo is definitely out this week and potentially is done with the 49ers.